Hi everyone, my name is John, and today I will be reading If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Numeroff and Felicia Bond. As always, we have Remy the raccoon with us here today, so he'll be listening in the background. But this is a very fun story. It is about cause and effect. When you do one thing, it leads to another thing, which leads to another thing. It's also about the friendships that we make along the way and the things that we do for our friends. So, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. And I like to take the dust cover off. I find it a little hard to read with, so I take it off and then I put it back on at the end so it is covered, stays safe. All right, let's jump in. If you give a mouse a cookie. Now, what can we see on the page here? We see a mouse walking down a hill, and what do we see over here? His little house. He lives inside of a tree. If you give a mouse a cookie, we can see a little boy here sitting outside of his house, and we see our little mouse friend coming up. He's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. A milk mustache is when you drink a little milk and there's a little milk left on your upper lip, like my mustache, but it's made of milk. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. And as you can see, he has one little hair sticking out. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. Now remember, this is a mouse, little. So he doesn't need regular scissors. He needs little scissors, nail scissors for cutting the nails on our hands. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll probably want a broom to sweep it up. And he might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. Here we can see the mouse is just going crazy. He's sweeping up every single room. Loves to sweep. He may even end up washing the floors as well. Now, this is an interesting thing. Does anybody know what this is? That's a big sponge. A sponge is an animal that grows in the ocean, and it can be used to wipe down surfaces. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. After you do a lot of work, you like to lay down for a little bit too, right? I love taking naps. Favorite thing, taking a nice little nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story, just like we're doing right now. Even mice like bedtime stories. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures, just like you guys are seeing all the pictures here. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. Do you like to draw? I like to draw too. He'll draw a picture when the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name. So this is fun. This is the picture that the mouse drew. Does anybody know what this is? We saw it earlier. That's right. It's the mouse's house that we saw at the beginning of the book. With a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. He's been working so much, he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Now, what did we learn there? Sometimes you start down one task and you work yourself in a big circle all the way back to the start. And that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly fun. Now, what I would like you to do as a follow-up from if you give a mouse a cookie is I want you to draw one of the things that you remember from if you give a mouse a cookie. So it could be the treehouse, it could be him scrubbing the floors, it could be him eating a cookie, whichever you want. And then I want you to ask your parents or loved ones for Scotch tape. And then I want you to take that Scotch tape and put it up on the fridge so that everyone can see it and enjoy the wonderful art that you made. Now, you might say, I'm not good at drawing. I don't like drawing. That's okay. There's no right or wrong answer here. You can draw anything you want. And the fact that you create it means it's beautiful to me. This was a reading of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. And now I'm going to put the dust cover back on the book so it's protected from dust and other things of that nature, and so that I can read it again next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening, and please be well.